We are. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday.
Yes,
We start another week.
It is here at the river.
Yes.
Kind of
It's wet out there,
Yeah.
and I don't like traveling in the rain, so it's going to be an interesting day. Ed is here. Hi, honey, and Deirdre.
Good morning, Edda.
Good morning. Gabby, Jen, let's share this out, if you would. Just take a moment. It's what we're doing now, is sharing.
Absolutely. And Edda, I love Mom. Your mom was such a beautiful woman. For you, as a matter of fact, you're just. So thank you for sharing those. They were gorgeous. And Stacy and Sally and Prashir. Oh my gosh, everyone is here this morning.
Jumping in here.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Sally De La Rosa. Good morning,
lovely.
honey. Jackson McAvoy.
Hi, Jackson.
Hello. And yes, Deirdre, thank you for that reminder. It is Thursday.
Yes.
And time for me to leave the river.
Yeah.
Oh, Gabby has a massive storm for 2 days. No power all day yesterday. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry, honey. I know how those storms can be because we're in Central here in Florida.
And in fact, being I talked about it on C's show yesterday. Is her and Linda Lemieux came up here during Hurricane Irma in October and to refuge, and we've been friends ever since. We get the storms.
Hey, Gabby, you're painting. I can't see what you're going to produce. And Lena Boland from Nashville. Good morning.
Good morning, Lena. And Pratima is watching
with
us.
Hi, Pratima. And hi, Sherry Wood.
Hi, Sherry.
Here.
Wow.
And Catherine Kovacs. Got all the gang here. We're waiting for Wendy Girl.
And Carol Allen isn't here yet. But yeah, lovely. I'm so glad you're here today because also we want to let you know that, Coffee and Conversation is going to keep going. One beautiful location, but two.
That's
so
nice.
you get
just keep showing up.
Yep, you get double the Florida sun beauty. So.
Oh, Catherine Kovacs. I thought you weren't going to be on today, honey, with the move, but I'm glad to see that you are. So good morning to you. And John Stewart. Hello, my friend. So good to see you on here this morning.
Good morning. I don't think I need. Let's see. I think I've shared it out pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, as much as I can share it.
Yeah.
So if y'all will help us with that, then we won't be put in jail.
That would be really nice.
I'd be in jail. I got to go home.
I've avoided it well successfully so far.
Oh, you lost us. Okay, well, Sally lost us, but we're still here.
Oh no, Sally. Come back, come back.
Oh, you're in the new house, Catherine.
Oh, wow. And you
I guess everything worked really well and ahead of time. So good.
Awesome.
And Sharon Boyle says it's playing constant, so I don't see any, but there may be.
Well,
and thank you, Stacy, for being here. Every other word.
Yeah, my video's a little hinky too. See my video here?
On my phone, it's going.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's
on my
up with
laptop,
that.
it's winky, so. Okay.
All right. And John, you shared it into Circle of A. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Awesome.
My little Edda says, seeing both of you together gives such a happy feeling. I'm so glad. Sweet. Every morning we'll be together apart. You'll see me in a different location. Hi, Diane. Good morning to you.
Hi, Diane.
Now we just need to have all of our moderators here.
And Carol Allen to have the rest of our family here.
Yeah, Carol's M-I-A. That's all right. Okay.
She'll get here. Yeah.
Okay, so Lena says little options in the broadcast, but able to piece it together. Okay, probably the weather. We're going to blame it on the weather this morning because seriously, when we get storms here in Florida or even an overcast, everything seems to go haywire.
Good morning, Tony, and Gabby too, Teri.
I'm going home, and home is in South Florida right now. I've been here for a couple of months, and it's time for me to get back home. They just opened up everything down there, so I gave people a head start out and about and get everything out of their system that they're going to get out, and then I'll come home. Yeah. And it'll be different. But I have lots of beautiful scenery there. You can go out into nature.
You'll love it.
Oh my gosh, look behind. Look behind the river. He's back. Last night there were big alligators out in the river, and they put on a show for us. It was at this when we did my last year at the river, and I guess they just knew because one of them came and just sat right in front of us, and then next thing you know, he wasn't there. I'm going, where'd he go? And he dove down in the river and never seen an alligator catch a fish. So it was so cool because he comes up and he's got the fish in his mouth and all over the place. Yeah. So then the other big one decides, get out.
Okay.
And we thought that we were going to have some excitement last night. We were just wondering if they were going to fight over the fish. But it swam away with it to where he could have it all to himself. So if you missed that sunset from last night.
It was really awesome seeing that. And I really thought you were right. That second one took the camera and went down to the river's edge, which is only about 10 feet from the door. But because I wanted to get an notification, right? I wanted to see it right up personal. And wow. They didn't get into it, but it was pretty. Yeah. It was awesome. It really was awesome.
They did that just for me, you guys. We got people jumping in.
Yes, and Wendy's trying to find us.
Okay. And Deirdre sees him, the gator.
Yeah.
And Sharon posts, because what Sharon does is while we're streaming it live, she can take screenshots.
Yeah.
We posted those in our Angelic River family.
They're really awesome. And Linda, and good morning, Scarlett. It's nice to see you this morning.
Just so you can't go swimming in there.
Actually, the crazy thing is, John, everybody around here swims in this river. Now, do this now? Typically not. But we have stairs. My husband built stairs. Dogs fall in the water so we can get out easily because we're about 8 foot high at the top of the water, and I big dog up from the water. And we go down and we'll walk down steps, and the water's all out. Right now, it's only about a foot deep. So you can wade in the water and cool off if you like. And then, but would I go out and really swim out? No,
not me either.
To the springs. This is here. We have beautiful springs. We have lakes. Off the and there are gators all over the springs, and they don't bother the people, and the people don't bother them. But you see them right there on the edge of the bank, and we're all in the water the whole time. They really don't. They're not aggressive unless you're near their children. Mating season.
Or their food.
Yeah.
And John says, I hope the alligator keeps social distancing. Well, they've been coming up almost every day. We have one that the whole group named Wally. And so they're here. They just kind of sit out there and don't really do anything.
Yeah.
Around us.
Oh, Wendy. Good, Wendy. And Becky is with us this morning.
Good morning.
And
Bernadette.
Good morning. Yeah.
And Sharon Boyle.
John, I hear every single day, and I just thank God over and over and over again. My husband bought this property in 1971, and he moved here from Orlando in 1989 and put the house on the. So, this. I just sometimes I have to pinch myself. How did a little river rat from the Mississippi River ever enter? It's such a blessing.
It is a blessing. I didn't get to say good morning to me. Hi, Tony De La Rosa.
Yeah.
And Scaru and Stacy says it's going to storm here today. It's a stay in and stay. Yeah, I might have to cozy in my passenger seat in the car. Driving in the rain, so Linda's going to have to navigate us through waters.
Right. And she'll pass on that one. Thanks. Yeah. I totally understand, and I'm very cautious because I have two dogs, and that you've all met, Angel and Brookie. So they're never outside unless I'm out with them, and I keep a close eye. And there are just certain times I will not allow. My brother just caught a nuisance they call gator, because there are times when the gators will go after your pets, and they're not afraid. So when that happens, keep going after people's dogs live on the river. So his best friend has a nuisance license, and they have to, then they just have to get rid of them because they'll kill your pets or little children. So it is a common occurrence here in Florida.
Yeah, I love Gabby's. I've been in a very small boat watching an enormous crocodile guard a log from about 7 other big crocs. Wow. Scary.
Wow.
I would have been hauled that boat the other direction.
Yes. Now, gators don't scare me, but crocodiles do.
They do.
Serious courage to be around a crocodile. And Sally said, "Thank you for the sunset last night, ladies."
Beautiful.
And I commit here and now, continuing the sunset ritual, weather permitting, and as long as it doesn't conflict with EW, because some on Thursday nights there's a program. Diana's program is on at 7, so there'll be some nights we won't be able to do it, but we'll have several nights a week where we'll watch the sunset together. So we'll keep doing that.
Her AC on yesterday. She's very hot and humid today.
We think basic turned it all on Thursday night and Friday. The house on Thursday and the porch day.
Yes, Catherine, it's true. I'm heading back home right after this show. And Wendy says, Sharon, Fairy Garden, so hot and sunny today. UK, they're having a real heat wave. Yeah, a lot of pictures. Angelic River family group of the river and the sunsets. They're absolutely gorgeous. And good morning, John Jacobs Astor from Periscope. Good morning to you. John, if you Angelic River family, I know there were a bunch that Sharon posted last night from the sunset, and Linda Lemieux, who's taking home, she posted quite a few last night as well. And I'll continue to, as time goes on, I'll make it a point to post some photos as we go along. Yeah, it takes me about 5 hours to get from here to Lauderdale, and sound keeps coming and going. Yeah, we can't do much about the technology. Dreary, rainy day. So we're doing the best we can with what we got. And a bird just landed right outside the window. Up on top. I'm really sorry that you're still feeling not so well. Linda wasn't feeling good, and Teri's eye, unfortunately, is not feeling good again today. It's bad. Good morning, Linda. And so there seems to be people that not just
not feeling great right now. So, all right, sweetheart.
Thank you. And Sally says, we are actually putting in a fairy garden in the second center display window. And Tony spent the day eating massage and Reiki tables with gnomes receiving service. Can't wait to share a video.
Gosh.
I can't wait to see that video.
Now, may I have permission, a great idea, to do the same thing in my fairy garden, if that's okay? I say imitation is the greatest form of flattery, but that would be so cute to be able to do in my fairy garden.
Linda La Rosa is saying good morning to you. Linda just wants to, she's here with us. And what's on your bucket list? Because Deirdre was so good at reminding us we did that we were going to do that today.
And
so,
I love Gabby. She says hers is to sit with Teri and Jeryl, a coffee and a chat in person. Gabby, hop on a plane, come on, and you are more than welcome.
Or on a plane her.
Oh, now Australia is on my bucket. It's one of the
too.
places I would love to do.
Me too. My friend Tiffany went there last year because her daughter is in school. So she accompanied her when she was in. And I've seen the picture. She was there, and with all of the beautiful animals, and it for myself.
And Wendy's is also to come to Florida, and we're a Angelic River family with the moderators and everyone, and anyone who can make it here to Florida. And I have a tiny. It is not okay. We live on the river. We live in a homey. Let me put. That's the nicest way to describe my place. It's very home, and there's nothing hurt here because there's nothing. It's very cool. It's Florida casual, but if bunking together and having people walk through your bedroom because it's on the porch, or then this is the place to be. And I have extra rooms too, and now we have the tiny house as well.
Some of these bucket list items. Becky says, I want to see the Northern Lights as well. Wow. That's on my list.
Seymour's is a hot air ride.
I've done that.
That sounds fun.
Oh my God, I did that thing you can do. Very noisy when you first start. But then once you get up there and you're floating, they turn off that noisemaker. I don't know what it is. They turn that off, and you're just floating through the air, and it is just beautiful. I'm afraid of heights. But if I have something I can touch and hold on to, I'm good. And so I was not gripping it, but holding on to the side of the basket. And oh my God, there's no experience like that. It's so beautiful.
And Deirdre's is Hawaii with low teleport you all to come visit. Yeah. I'm digging that, Deirdre.
I love Hawaii.
There.
Hawaii's beautiful.
That's on my bucket list.
Do the gorilla trek in Africa.
Wow.
And Sherry gave Machu Picchu. Yeah, I'm there with you.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
And, okay. It's in Norway. I know I would love. We have a dear friend in Norway, and Linda Lemieux and I have always said we're going. We've always made that we're going to go visit Lily, and because she's very, very dear to the two of us.
And there's Carol Allen. We've been waiting for you. And she would like to travel Alaska, the Grand Canyon, Ireland, and Scotland, Australia, and Italy. Ooh, I like that bucket list.
And Wendy Willis is vacationing with my wonderful husband.
Ooh, that would be beautiful. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I love this
too. I have one of mine is to have one of those little Class C camper drive around, but not the big ones, and go to Sedona and Mount Shasta and do a tour. So the Grand Canyon, I fit in there, and whatever else is along the way. Mm-hmm. So that's great. Oh, and Diana wants to go visit Sharon Boyle. And I go with, and then we can pop over and see.
Yeah. So you all have mentioned most of mine. I really want to go to Ireland. Some of them I've popped up, and they really weren't like bucket list items, but they just happen time.
Isn't that wonderful?
And it's just such a wonderful story. So if you get a chance to do those things that you're bringing up, those that are on your list, really just do it. Just take it up.
He says, yes. Arizona.
I
pick you up on the motorhome.
Yeah. I lived there for a few years. It is absolutely gorgeous. You're going to love it. And the canyon, I was so awestruck. I just look at it. It was like I didn't want to move.
I've heard that. Oh, Route 66 and a Mustang sounds fun too.
Yes, it does.
Yes, that would be. Do you want to read Deirdre's? I love it.
I'm not seeing Deirdre.
Okay, wait. All of Gaia's chakras. I love that. I love that because we have chakras. Animals have chakras. Mother Earth has chakras. That would be cool. List of are on the planet. I'm sure there's a list. Okay, this city is this chakra. This city is that chakra. If you do, Deirdre, I would love to see that.
Look at it. It says to visit the U.S. to meet and get healed. Really look forward to meeting you both. You, Teri, Angel, ma'am, and Jeryl and Peterson, Heather, ma'am.
Absolutely. That would be so awesome.
Such beautiful, yummy energy.
Yes, you are your mother's daughter. It's so similar in the pictures.
Well, Diane, the plan at the moment with Enlightened World, Jeff Goldberg, Ruth Anderson, and I are planning on being in September. At the moment, that is our plan. Now, that is subject to change with all of the in the world, but we have some parts of the group of World Network planning a retreat out there, and we're talking with them, and we may be part of that. So we're working on it.
That would be amazing.
I know. I want to go so bad. So we'll see what happens, and we'll get you information. Right now, it's all just okay. Let's do this type of thing.
Oh, Diane, I Sedona in the fall, but with all the travel I'm doing this summer and everything, and I just don't see that in the cards for me financially, having been off work for a while, but I will be going in the future. The guest that I'm having on this Saturday night, Dem, she lives in Sedona, and she was in Sedona, went to Hawaii, Sedona again. So she's out there. So I would love to go to Sedona and see her.
And just wants to get my ass home to New Brunswick. Still where I'm at.
I know. I know, Luann. I feel so bad.
Oh, and Carol wants to visit Diane.
Yes.
I know. I'm looking forward to that, to actually getting to meet you in person after all these years.
And Sally says, me too, would love to see it. So I'm thinking she's talking about Sedona.
Yeah.
Hey, that would be, wouldn't that be a great trip? We could all meet up in Sedona.
And Jasmine says college is on the list.
And where is that at, Jasmine? I'm not familiar with, so I would love to know.
And Becky wants to know how we're feeling today and if the pain is gone. No, my morning when I woke up, I had to rinse it really good because it was so scratchy.
And I can say that my foot is starting to feel better. It's bleeding, so I think it's moving in the right direction, and I'm just going to keep on top of it. Yeah. Yeah, the symptoms are incredible. I've driven through them several times, and I love them. I absolutely love them.
I grew up in Kentucky, and that was our summer trip was to go to the Smokies, and it was interesting as a kid to
And Linda says good morning, and she'd love to make. Where's Crater Lake at?
Lake? I believe it's Oregon. It's a spiritual place.
Oh, she said it's a spiritual place in Oregon.
My whole life I've always...
Oh, absolutely, Becky. We are. Yeah, stay positive. That is really good. Good morning, Angie Taylor. But that's advice for everybody right now. You know, when we did this, we were talking about keeping our vibration high. What we saw on the other side of this, good. Well, guess what? We're getting to see the other side of this now, and maintain that high vibration. Probably more important now than ever as we to society and lift other people up. So and still a lot of stuff going on.
Kailash is in Tibet. Now that's on my bucket list. I really want to go to Tibet. There's so many places and so many things I really want to do. And last year, I would really love to sit with the Dalai Lama, and I didn't know I could make an appointment.
Wow!
But now I know. So guess what? Okay, it's on my bucket list.
Yes. Yeah, I did a vision board, and Tibet is on mine as well. So, and it was because you and the ladies from Enlightened said, in 7 years we're going to Tibet.
We are.
So put it on your list. So
we've already put that out
already.
There.
Yeah. So
well, we were given that from, and when the angels speak, they move mountains for us to do what they want us to do. So,
and Angie Taylor, good morning. And what's on your bucket list? I know a little bit later, and that's what we're talking about today is our bucket list.
All right, some comments. Luann says, she's thanking me for the chocolate class yesterday. It was definitely informative. Good. I'm so glad that you got some out of that. Luann, oh my God, this woman is persistent. We must have sent you 10 emails and nothing through. She never got her emails from us for that class, but I was able to get her in there, and I'm so glad that. And Diane says to come on to the Smokies. I have a guest room. Awesome. And Sharon Boyle, where's the place you were working on setting up something? Sedona is right now in the work. There's a couple of spiritual retreats that are going to happen out there at the same time, and it's toward Timber. And at first we planned on being part of one of them, and now I think we've switched to another one with Neela Minocha. And y'all are familiar with her bucket list. I love Neela. She channels Mother Gaia, and beautiful. So we'll give you more information, and we know more information.
Good morning, C. She's with us this morning. We're talking about what's on your bucket list this morning.
Yeah, and Carol says it will be awesome to Sedona. She's only been to the Phoenix airport. I'm sorry. That is one of the busiest airports in the world. I thought Atlanta was bad until Phoenix, and I'm like, what the heck? What universe did we enter here?
Oh, wow.
It is constant.
Becky says, I'd have to have meds to travel by air or sea. Oh,
yeah. But if you wanted it bad enough, you would do it.
You do it. Never got the handouts either, where she had a little sad face.
Yeah. So. And Carol loves listening to His Holiness, the Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
Me too. And the man is so funny. I don't know if you all have ever listened to him or watched him when he's having an audience. He is hilarious. I was watching him one day and I thought, I really just need to get down with that man because I get such a great feeling from him. And I'd love to just have him teach me. So yeah, that's my bucket list.
Okay. Any other bucket lists?
Okay, and all of you struggling with the handouts, we'll work on that today. After I get home.
Yeah.
I got a 5-hour drive home. And then tonight, group, for those of you that join us in that take place tonight at 6:30. After that, I'm on Angel Heart radio. If you're not familiar with Lisa Jo Davis, I really hope you all will come in. She took a group called Hosting the Archangels. Have you ever hosted the Archangels?
Yes, you sent them to my house.
That's
one time.
right. I remember your altar.
Yeah.
She's on tonight. She's an amazing woman, a miller, and she will teach us or talk to us, the Archangels. And in my master class next Sunday, I'll talk about that as well. So that's Sunday at 1 o'clock. You all can get more information on the angels and spirit guides, get more in touch with them.
It says, I did a tandem skydive for the Devon Air Ambulance once. It was crazy. I did it to get over my fear of that was on my bucket. I turned 40, and unfortunately I didn't do it. But I have to tell you, mom, who is now in her late 90s, for her 90th birthday, she did a tandem skydive for her 90th. And she holds the record at the age of 90 for the oldest person to zip line in a sea somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to...
Sharon, I just have a question for you. Did it work? Did you?
Yeah.
I have a fear of heights. I could never, ever, ever jump out of an airplane unless it was higher in my life to depend on it. But I've always said, why would somebody jump out of a perfectly it didn't make sense to, like I said, afraid of heights. And Carol says, talking about the Dalai Lama, I wanted to attend his 80th year. It was about 20 minutes from my daughter's home. I would have been camped out. I would have been there.
Oh, I love this. And Sharon says, and then once I sell this place to find a tranquil place to live in peace and didn't need that. I really can see that with you, Sharon. Just somewhere, I see this little cottage with all of this around you. And that would be great.
And up above that, she's same thing on my bucket list is to get everything sorted in my house and decorate and complete my garden. I need major work, which I'm alone. Yeah, we're lifting you up that.
It's a lot. I'm not seeing any of those comments, so I'm so glad you're reading that.
Robert says Callista McGilvery is on again tonight at 8:30 UK time. I love that woman. She's doing a 7-day free workshop unicorns. And I know I just had so much that interfered. I wasn't joined in with that. But I am, if she's got replays, I'm definitely going to watch them.
I love, Sheer says, my bucket list is to meet both of you, ma'am, soon. Another is to make my mother's recipes world famous and to master the guitar. I love that. The recipe. Uncle, when my aunt passed away a year in October, he took all of her and he printed them out and he made recipe books to give to all the girls. I got one, and everyone liked her food and cooking. And it was a labor of love. I can really understand that. That would be so beautiful, like that.
Yeah, and Sharon answered our question. I haven't really been anywhere of any notable, but it was Sally that says, I jumped off a cliff to do the same twice, and I am still terrified of heights. I would just not learn that lesson, I think.
Actually, it really works for fear of heights or any phobia or any fear. It really, we've had friends that couldn't get on a plane because of heights, and were able to, no problem at all. Wow. And Sheer, when you master the guitar, or even before you master on Angelic River Family, and do a video for us so we can play.
Oh my gosh, Becca, my worst fear is elevators. When Mom was in the hospital, the stairs, 8 floors. Yeah, that's a pretty intense fear there.
Are you claustrophobic? Is that some other aspect of going on an elevator. I'm just curious what aspect of it is.
Yeah, because I kind of like elevators myself. I can't remember where I was because there was one of the glasses going way, way up high, and I loved it. I just loved looking out and see, and even with my fear of heights, but like I said, if I can touch, it's just not having anything at all to hold on to and being, in that state of movement without. So I'm the same way in water. If I'm in a swimming pool, I have to know that I can touch the side. Anyway, that was an amazing elevator ride. Just to see all.
Yeah, when I'm in those last ones, I have to stand right by the door, close my eyes, and hold on to the rail. I'm with you, Becky. I now in closed ones, I'm okay because I just have this, or those buildings that have all the glass ceiling and they're up really, really high. I couldn't even go up in the Sears Tower. I couldn't do it because of I just fear of falling off, I guess.
And Carol Allen says, I used to have a recurring dream of being stuck. And Becky says, no way, Teri. I did it, Becky. I guess I just got over that. Could touch the sides of the elevator, so I knew that I wasn't out there falling or whatever the heck I was doing.
Yeah. Wow.
Because I don't enjoy dark caves at all. I've been in caves in there. The same one I was in, I've been in two. For one was it's up in Kentucky, actually, Diane, and it's huge, huge. You can walk back in it for miles. Awesome. You guys are all list straightened out. We know what we're going to put out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have on mine, and like I mentioned, to a trip to Sedona to do a retreat. Those are things for me that are main things. But a fun thing, I would love to sit down with Matthew McConaughey. I love the spiritual part of that man. And yeah, he's nice to look at, and he's funny. Yeah. But that man has a heart. I've seen some of the videos that he did during lockdown, and very encouraging to people. Is just there, and I would love to pick his brain and do a little interview of it, just on that spiritual lead all the time for what he does. But I think there's so much, and I would love people to really see that to come out in a big way.
Says, I would like to do something to keep her memories alive. And we were talking about a recipe book. Mm-hmm. We equate food with love. Our mothers feed us, and I love to have people over to feed them. Wouldn't it be beautiful if you had a book it could be a 3-ring binder or whatever with pictures of your mothers, of her serving food or at meals or whatever, pictures anywhere. Awesome. I have God bumps. Yeah. My hair's standing on end, and her recipes and stories about your mom. Yeah. So you'd have pictures of her, stories about her, because your mom, you could tell with your mom, it was all about the love, love. I could see that for sure, and it'd be lovely if you and Etta were able to do something like that together.
I see it happening.
I just think it would be, and if you do, please, I want a copy. Please, I want a copy of that.
Yeah, and everybody's loving Matthew. I love Matthew.
Yes.
And Diane, I actually want to meet Lady Gaga. I'm a monster, so I would be right there with you meeting Lady Gaga. That woman, talk about spiritual, very, very deep. So definitely.
Luann says the CN Tower in Toronto is, and if you want to hang over the edge, the harness on.
No, I'll pass on that one too. And Jackson says about Gaga, she's so amazing. I have a quote of hers tattooed on my foot. I have many of her in my head. I love that woman. And I've seen some of the stories. I've seen her stories from her childhood. She was so bullied as a child, and that she addresses that in her all of her, everything, her songs, her speeches about to stand up, and she's anti-bullying, I mean, this woman is just amazing. Yeah, I would go meet her for sure. Oh, she really is, and it's a lot of judgment still. Just because she is different, she's original and not apologetic for it, and I'm so glad that she models that for us. It is prayer request time, you guys. So if you start putting your prayer requests in, please do that.
And good morning, Rosa. And Prashir says, I'll come and meet you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
And I have a big old kitchen, and we'll bring everybody in, and it'll be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Jasmine says, would love to be before sunrise consistently. I'm doing it in spurts. Also do the chakra cleansing during that time and some yoga. That would make it perfect to face the day. And it takes a little time to create a habit. Mm-hmm. So when you do it once, remember what that felt like. And then when you go to, set your schedule, just put it on there. Sometimes we have to schedule time for ourselves, right? Mm-hmm. We know, like when we're going to eat dinner, or, if we have like a broadcast class or something. But schedule time, make an appointment to do that for yourself. Yeah.
Ask continued prayers for Linda Matthews, please. She just lost it. As you all know, that when you have a pet and that happens, it's a grievous time. It's a really difficult time. So
for our safe travels, for myself and Linda, please remember she has to be aware as she's driving, and easy task to drive for 5 hours.
Say your brother is an amazing cook. Now I'm really looking to it. Do you know, we are all great cooks in my family, but my older brother, rocks it. I mean, he has the food channel on all day, and he's family, and I'm pretty good, but he is amazing. He really is. So it's nice to have a brother who can cook well and great. Yeah, it's lovely. So
Carol says, I meditated this morning right after all. Yeah, and Deirdre wants to put Janine Lane in the prayer circle.
Okay. Absolutely.
Thank you for that, Deirdre.
Yeah.
And anybody putting your prayer requests in, names of the ones that I always ask.
Yes, and I want to add back in my friend Diane Fuller, who's having surgery, and until she does, she's in a lot of pain. And also, let's keep Wendy in, because she's really having a very difficult time with this gallbladder situation. So please keep Wendy in your prayers.
Rick, I didn't see you come in. Gifford, she is having life-changing migraines among her other physical problems. Yes.
Absolutely. Good morning.
Put Rosa out in there.
And
I don't know
Rosa's
if you're still
here
with us, or you pop in for a minute. But hopefully you up every morning.
Thank you, Becky. Becky's going to light a candle prayer request. That's a nice thing that we could all do.
It
is after, either before, of course I don't have my candle here, but always we could go in and light a candle wherever you can, and just ask for additional assistance in lifting up all the prayer requests. That's a great idea. Thank you, Becky. John, we'll see you all later.
And Jackson McAvee, our regional borders this weekend.
Okay.
Prayers to everyone traveling, and here's hoping we don't get a second wave of this virus.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're praying for that. See what happens.
Okay.
And John Stewart, have a lovely, blessed day. Oh, thank you. And if you're leaving us, thank you for being with us. For that prayer for safe travels, to get home safe, and pray for the world to be happy about COVID. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes, it would be great. Bernadette asked us to please add her son to be open in his heart chakra. And Jasmine asked if she could request herself in the prayer circle. Absolutely, remove heaviness from her head. Yeah, absolutely, Jasmine. We lift you up.
And Rick says he will light a candle.
Yeah, that's nice. I will
Rick,
too.
I can't wait to see Rick. I got a trip over to Love and Light.
And I hope that at some point, when I get down back to Fort Lauderdale, I can come over and see as well. I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely a beautiful country.
I have met so many wonderful people because of Teri. I love it when I go down there, and I love Love and Light. Oh my God, one of my favorite places on this planet.
And
for sure.
They're a very small, very new business. They've been there for now, but they had to shut down during all this because they weren't essential. Yeah. I feel they're essential, but the government didn't. So let's keep in business after all of this.
Oh my gosh, they have a liquid smudge there Chris created and made. It is amazing. So they do, they have an online presence, Love and Light Spiritual Emporium, and I know that you can, because of this, they had to do phone online orders. So on to their website and check them out.
Yeah, and Carol asked for the photographer that streams sunrise. Lost his for baby Levi.
I am so sorry for that. Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. We got a couple more minutes if anybody else wants to put them in there. And I just blessing every morning. Just sit here with Jeryl and to come to you guys. Just, you make my day. Every day. And we're going to continue it. It'll be a little bit different flavor because we will be in different places. But I'm going to see what I can do. I know it's supposed to rain all week down there this week.
Yeah.
But when it's a nice morning, how I can get over to the beach and get Wi-Fi to be there in that place to stream maybe some sunrise. I want to do that. So get ready for some beautiful breaking sun through the clouds. That's usually what happens. A bit of clouds just starts coming up with through the clouds.
That'll be amazing.
Yeah.
So, a dot of sunshine and Florida beauty. That'll be amazing.
It will be.
Oh, thank you. She says, y'all make my day too. Well, it is so mutual, and this is the thing. This is one of the silver linings of this. And we will miss not having her here in the morning. It's going to be, please say some prayers for Angel, Dogs, and Hope, my kitty cat, because she's been here a couple months now, and she's family. So you know how mine have a tendency to have a little bit of separation.
Yeah, well, it was interesting because Angel always comes up to me all excited every morning. She didn't. And she was very scanned me, in fact. Came back out and I even said her name and said good morning. She just kind of went and curled up like, who are you? I don't even know you now.
Yeah. She is so human-like.
She really is.
She's going to get hurt. Yeah. She withdraws.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be an emotional time for them to adjust to having us all here and not to having them 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
please say some prayers for. I'm going to actually put those in.
Oh, just evening ritual for me now. Love you guys. We love you too, and thank you. Jasmine says Bach flower will help Angel. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, CBD oil also. Okay, something got their attention. Maybe Linda.
Yeah, I think Linda.
Yes, she moved.
Yeah.
You don't dare move. We have to see what's going on. Yeah. Okay, so to our meditation and prayer, and thank you all for putting all the prayers in there. Hold dear. You put all those prayers for the travel and for myself being back on the road, and pray for me as I go back into an apartment community where there's so much busyness, and I'm sure they're not social distancing. Just keep me lifted up until I can get there and assess the situation. I may turn around and come back up here. No, I've got lots to do, and in June I'm taking a trip down to the Keys, go back to South Florida. Thank you to everyone that's keeping me in your thoughts and prayers. It's really appreciated. To our hearts, and really focus on that energy of love, the energy of gratitude. So for all this time that I've been here in this beautiful scenery with the amazing family that's here. So bring some gratitude in for whatever you're grateful for. We've been talking about different places you'd like to go or have been, things you people. Bring that energy into your heart. Just show some gratitude this morning. That's what gratitude. Being very thankful for things we have or things we can envision in our life. Okay, let's just take a moment and let the energy settle down. Deep breath in and hold it. Feel the peace that comes back over the peace, love, the breath calm you. Let it calm the energy. Hold your heart center. Just feel your heartbeat. Feel your physical heart that's happening right there in that area. As you breathe in, you'll be able to feel it more when you focus on the breath. And then let's connect our heartbeat with the heartbeat of the earth. Just let it there to that place. And let them start to sit together. You can actually hear Mother Earth's heartbeat. And right now, just that heart song that the earth is singing, that song of joy, that song of freshness, all the waterways rejoicing at how clear everything is, to just be able to be. And that's what we're going to sync with, is that thing. Just sitting in that beautiful energy, fresh and inviting. And let's give gratitude for nature and how it has really responded to this renewal, just really knowing that this is the way it's supposed to be. Responding to love, responding to everyone wishing the best for our Mother Earth. And let's do that. Let's put our blanket of and set that intention that peace will be leave the down place that we've been in, peaceful, still joyful, still grateful. And now hear the heart, feel your own heartbeat connected to Mother Earth, and that gratitude expands, goes out from you, and sunset, and we can see all of that beauty of where we are, right here, giving gratitude for where we are. Moment. We don't have any other moment other than the now. So stay present, focus in the now moment. Deep breath in together. And envision your favorite thing, whether it is the sun, a green, luscious field of flowers, and if one. Just envision some of your favorite in mind's eye. Say thank you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for bringing joy to my life. Let's really get into that essence of joy right now. Inner child, just laugh and play. Remember what it was like to be on the play set, sliding down the slide. Whatever you did there on the playground, just of pure joy. Feel yummy. And you can go there at any time during your day. You can go back to that exact moment and just say thank you. Feeling such gratitude forth right now. So we're all just bonding together. Moment of love, a moment of joy, a moment of just peace. Sitting there peacefully watching. Hold that peace all day, and let's intend that whatever in our heart just now, whether it was joy and excitement or peace and love and gratitude, whatever that feeling was, let's intend for it to go out into the earth today. Intend for it to touch anyone who's that uplifting moment. And then let's look at the requests, everything that was cool, anyone who was brought forth, some who have had loss, some who are ill, whatever is there in the circle. Let's focus on that right now, our energy that we've just really raised that vibration and the frequency. With that high vibration, we're going to cover all of those prayer requests. Person, feel our heart and feel our love. Just watching as that love covers in a circle all of us. Everybody's seeing us that are there, whether you know them or not, you're seeing or their energy. And this intention that these prayers are heard, that the angels are right now lifting each one, lifting them up energetically, carrying directly to God. And we stand before God and we say thank you, because we have trust and faith in our hearts. They are being heard. They are being acknowledged, being answered for the best and highest good of each person placed in there. And while we're just standing there basking in God's glory, we're asking for each of us to feel that, to feel love, to feel that white light cover each of us and cover us as a collective keeping us close, keeping this family. Just feel that white light. Each of us. And I see it now turning into that purple high connection to the Creator. And then as it goes to our heart center, it's a beautiful pink. Just hold it inside for a minute. Let's share out some of that love, gratitude with each other. As you hold it inside and feel like to be loved, unconditionally loved by the Creator of all that is. Let's now share that. We're going to do our heart telephone that our beautiful Deirdre termed. And we're going to start one person. So that person that's either standing, sitting, or lying on your left, just turn and say, I love you.
I love you.
And let that travel around our circle, back into our heart. Beautiful. What beautiful energy. Hold it like you're a bear. Just bring that love. So yummy. So beautiful. And now let's say it to the whole entire group that's gathered here and that will watch this after as well, included in our circle. Yes. So on the count of 3, we're going to say thank you. Give some I love you. So 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. I love you much. This was amazing today. Full time for my last day here at the river, and I really appreciate all of your prayers for the journey and for the new beginning. That we will be doing this in a little bit different flavor, but it will still be the same show, and
amazing.
And talking to all of you will be just something that's so dear now and so ingrained that this is how I want to start my family. I want to start hers. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you and I see some of you put some more prayers in. They were heard. Anything that was typed, anything that was spoken, anything you held in your heart, that was what we lifted up today. So thank you for all of that.
Thank you so much.
I'll have a blessed rest of your day. Linda's ready to hit the road. Yeah. I heard movement. I think that's what the dogs were too.
Yeah, they were.
So thank you, all of you. I love you.
I love you all. Blessing.
Tune in to Diane this morning at 9:30. Yes. 9:30 on Enlightened, EWN Enlightened Living. And then tonight I'll be on at 8 o'clock with Angel Heart Radio. You're going to want to get to know Lisa Jo Davis, know her. She is an amazing, amazing woman. Good day, all of you, wherever you may be, whether it's morning or afternoon or night.
I love you
Bye,
too.
everybody.
Bye, everybody. See you in the morning.